So coming up on your screen right now, you should be seeing a slide of what InstaView is. Let me just give you a brief overview. InstaView basically is a complete digital marketing solution. We were established here in 2002. We have well over 220 MLS association and integrations with over 600,000 active agent accounts nationally here. We've created over 12 million InstaView tours since we've opened up shop. So you know that we are very and we continue to grow with that too. So if you could just kind of put that into perspective there. We have over 70,000 unique visitors per day. Now this stat was actually pulled last week through Google Analytics. 70,000 unique visitors per day mean that there are 70,000 new users that have never visited a tour or our site before. Those are potential clients, consumers, also maybe agents that may not have known about Property Panorama previously. But nonetheless, that stat is quite impressive. Some of the features that InstaView provides is that we're automatically created every hour, meaning when you enter a listing into the MLS, we will create that tour and attach it back to the listing within that 1 hour time frame. That happens 24/7. We also update. So in other words, if you make any changes to the photos or listing information, we will certainly update that information within about an hour as well. InstaView provides branded and unbranded virtual tours for your listings. Branded MP4 listing videos, those can be used for YouTube purposes. If you have a channel, you can certainly upload those to your YouTube channel. We have virtual flyers, which are great for open houses. Now, granted, obviously, a lot of people are not going to their normal open house, their normal open house protocols, but the virtual flyers are available. PDF Pro Flyer templates, as you can see examples a little bit off to the right there. Social media syndication. We offer social media syndication to Facebook and Twitter when you have an elite or premium subscription model. Mobile media with TurboText. TurboText, basically every tour will have a unique code generated for it where consumers can text the code to a phone number we have in our system, and it sends a response text almost immediately back to the consumer, providing them with the branded virtual tour link and the contact information for the listing agent. We have advanced statistics and lead capturing with our system, and I'll go over that here very shortly, along with the follow this listing feature that allows consumers to follow any activity for a specific listing they may be interested in. Fully customizable viewers, meaning you can match your branding to the tour. So if you have like specific colors that you prefer to display on your branded products, you can certainly customize those colors accordingly. And then, of course, custom music and voiceovers. We have several pre-selected audio tracks that you can choose from, but if you have your own that you wish to use, you can certainly upload those as well. Some of the additional benefits that InstaView provides is that we are a one URL solution. As realtors, I'm sure you understand that whenever you start putting out your marketing material or purchasing your marketing material, you get several links throughout different vendors. InstaView, we allow you to incorporate all of those links into one. That way you're sending your clients or potential buyers one URL instead of several to take a look at. And I'll explain exactly a little bit later on how to do that. We also offer office and broker packages, basically that allows the entire office to enjoy the benefits of InstaView. Those are based on how many agents you have in your office to upgrade. So if you're interested in that, please just go ahead and contact our support team. We'll be happy to provide an accurate quote for you. We also, like I mentioned a little bit ago, the InstaView Profiles. This is somewhat of a newer feature. We have just listed and just sold cards, open house cards you can put on there with some new flyer templates and themes. If you're familiar with the InstaView product, this is something that's new as of about, I want to say November, I think is when we launched this. Okay, and then if you ever want to access your Property Panorama account, you're able to do that by just simply logging into your Matrix homepage. At the very top of the Matrix page, there is a tab that says Links, and then Property Panorama is one of the options in that section. This will log you directly into your members area without needing a username or password. The next slide I'm going to show you is just basically a breakdown as to which packages include what features. As you can see, as a free member benefit of Maria's, you basically get a free virtual tour that displays the first 5 photos. The enhanced version, which is available for $1.99 per listing per month, that would open up all the photos in the MLS, as well as provide you with a branded virtual tour as well. The premium listing is $4.99 per listing per month, and that opens up all of the InstaView features for that specific listing. The Elite membership, that is $6 per month or $60 per year for the Maine agents. Now, that's a great rate. You guys actually have the lowest rate out of all the MLSs that we are integrated with. But basically, that unlocks all of your listings to have the premium features of InstaView. As I mentioned, we do offer office solution packages as well. This includes the complete InstaView feature set for all of the listings within the entire office. The broker enterprise solution, this is a little bit more of an upgrade from the office package. It provides more SEO optimization, so that it provides, broker domains, address-based domains. That way, as consumers search on the internet for those listings, they're more likely to top the results. It's going to end the actual slideshow presentation portion. I'm going to go into some live examples now as to those products that I mentioned previously. On your screen at this present moment, you're going to see the unbranded virtual tour. The unbranded tour, again, is automatically created and attached to your listing within about 1 hour of entering the listing into the MLS. As you can notice on the left-hand side here, it does have some different icons that you can go through. The first one is the information tab. Now, this is an example listing, so you're not going to see all of the metadata, but this is where we put all of the information we pull from the MLS. So like your square footage, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, all of that information would generally be hosted in this section. The next tab down is the education tab. This is where consumers can click on and opens up a window that allows for them to see any kind of school systems that are in the area of that particular listing. And then we have a share section. The share section allows consumers to enter their information here and then have it sent to a friend or somebody who may be potentially interested in that specific property. We capture that information and then also send the listing agent a notification with that so they can follow up and answer any questions accordingly. We have a loan calculator on this. It's a pretty general loan calculator, allows consumers to kind of calculate what their payments would look like if they were to purchase the said listing. The next product is our branded product. Now, this is the main product that we try to encourage users to use, mainly because it does have the listing agent information, as you can see in the lower left-hand corner, and then the broker logo in the upper left. And as I mentioned previously, you can customize the color theme to match your branding. As you can see, this one is on all red. The information for the property is up in the upper portion of the tour, as I'm highlighting right now. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to notice some extra icons there. This is just because it is the upgraded version of our tour. It still has the information tab, the education, the share. You're going to notice the contact section as well, where this is where consumers can access the listing agent information. We are working on putting a button right on the front of the tour that'll just kind of give consumers a little bit more access and kind of push them to this section so that they know who to contact if they're interested in the property. The next tab is the flyer tab on the branded tour. This allows consumers to see those flyers that I mentioned previously, like the virtual flyer, PDF. They can also download that PDF if they desire. The branded tour is also integrated with Google Maps, so consumers can see exactly where that property is located in relation to the rest of the area surrounding. And of course, the loan calculator is there as well. Now, as I mentioned previously about InstaView being a one URL solution, this is how we are able to accomplish that. Basically, in your members area, which I'll show you here in a little while, you can incorporate any of your URLs. So if you have an affiliation with a specific title company, or if you want to advertise a drone video and a floor plan, a 3D floor plan, or even another virtual tour, it does not matter to Property Panorama. You can certainly put that in your branded virtual tour links. And this is how this will be hosted. You're going to see a realtor.com. You can click on that, and then it'll take you to the realtor.com listing for this property, or an aerial panorama, which is one of our newer products, which I'll show you an example of that here very shortly. And if you notice in those icons, there's also individual icons that correlate with that specific link. You can either choose to have those icons on the bar, or you can leave them off. And again, I'll show you that here momentarily on how to do that. The next product is our virtual flyer. Now, previously, when you were having live open houses, we usually encouraged agents to take this, open it up on a tablet, and just kind of set it on the kitchen counter or something, so visitors can actually see the different photos of the property and get some more information. As you can notice, the agent and broker information is in the upper right-hand corner. The property address and price is in the upper portion of the flyer as well. And then it gives a brief description to anything that you have for that property. Now, we automatically pull those descriptions from the MLS, but those certainly can be edited within your members area. The next thing I'm going to show you is our Pro Flyer. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the full scope of what it looks like. Agents will have the ability to edit this flyer, customize it. You can change out any of the photos that are displayed there. You can also change the description as well as the features. Now, the features are basically what I say are the bedrooms, the baths, the square footage, and all of that good stuff. But you could certainly edit that to display anything or any verbiage that you want to have in there as well. The next product is our MP4 listing video. This is what it looks like when it comes up on YouTube. So when you have the video format in your computer, you can upload it to your YouTube channel, and it essentially comes up as a slideshow presentation for your listing. Now, part of the add-on product is our aerial panorama. This is available for an additional cost. Basically, we can have a certified drone pilot scheduled to the location within about 72 hours. This allows for a complete 360 aerial panoramic view that is interactive as well. As you can see, I'm kind of moving it around. Consumers can move this around. They can zoom in on a specific area. It might be a little distorted on your end because of the webinar. However, these are done in all HD imaging, so the distortion is very, very limited on the live product. If you'd like an example of that, just reach out to our team. We'll be happy to provide one for you. These do retail at $199.99. However, being a part of Maine, you do receive them at a discounted cost of $179.99. This is an additional product from the InstaView side. And there was another one I wanted to show you. I apologize for the delay on this. The next one I'm going to show you here is our Boost digital advertising. This, again, is another additional product. This goes really, really, really well with the InstaView virtual tours. If you've ever heard of AdWorks, this is very similar. What we do is that we create these ads and then place them on some of the most commonly viewed websites like CNN, ESPN, Washington Post, New York Times, where consumers are actually searching their internet for their next property. These Boost digital advertising ads will put these ads in front of those consumers that are actively searching, so that way they can click on them and open up the tour and see more information about the property. The best way to explain this is that if you've ever had a conversation with a colleague about a specific product, and then you open up your own social media and there's an advertisement sitting right there for it. That's basically what we're doing with these ads. This right here starts at $54.99 per week. We are running a promotion that if you purchase 2 weeks of the ad set, you will get an additional week free. So you'll end up getting 3 weeks for the price of 2 at that point. I'm going to move in now into the members area portion of the system here. Again, if you're a Maine member, you guys are all with Maine, but when you log into your Matrix system, you can go to the links tab at the very top and then select links, and then go down to the property panorama option. This will log you right into the page that you're seeing right here. You're going to see all of your listings. They're nested in blue or green rectangular boxes. The blue boxes indicate those listings that we pulled directly from the MLS, whereas the green ones are for the custom created tours. We do have a create custom tour feature that allows agents to create a tour manually for any listing that may not be on the MLS. My personal account, I actually have one of some home remodeling projects that I've done in the past. To kind of share with my friends and family. But you can essentially create a tour for anything that you have photos with. You'll also notice on the right-hand side of each one of those listings, there are 4 buttons. There's an upgrade, a public, linking page, and tour manager. That upgrade just indicates whether or not that specific listing has had a subscription purchased or not. The green public button, you want the green public button to display if you want the virtual tour links and products to be active for consumers to view. As you notice in the very last example here at the bottom, I have it set to private. If you come in and you see this private button there, that means the links will not be active and consumers will not be able to view your products. So if you ever have an issue, I usually recommend starting there to see if that's, make sure that that's selected as public. The linking page area, which I'll show you here in a moment, this is where all the agents can gather, get all of their virtual tour links and flyer links and any of the product links that they need for their advertising. The tour manager section, this allows consumers, this is where you would basically go in and edit and customize those tours. So if you want to customize your branding colors and all that, you would do that under the tour manager section. And just going to focus your eyeballs over here to the left-hand side of the page for a moment here. You're going to see the profile picture on the left and the company logo. You can simply click on the respective area if you want to upload a profile picture or logo. It allows you to browse your computer and then grab the file accordingly. Right below that is your username. Your username will always remain the same within our system. The password, however, you can set that in the account section of your members area. And if you need help with resetting a password or anything like that, just reach out to our team by emailing support@Property Panorama, and we'll be happy to assist with getting you into the members area. But below that, you're going to see tours, billing, account, and settings. Currently, we are on the tours section of the account. The My Tours area is highlighted in red. That just tells us what page we're on currently. The Create Custom Tour feature that I mentioned a moment ago, that's how you would create a manual virtual tour for your listings. And then the statistics and leads, this is where you're going to gather all the hits for the activity that your tours have gotten, as well as if you have any leads from that property, they'll be nested in there as well. Moving into the linking page section, like I mentioned, this is where you're going to have all the available links for your InstaView products. At the very top is the InstaView virtual tour area where the branded link is available to you. I encourage you to spread that out anywhere that you can outside of the MLS. The unbranded version is the one that does get submitted back to the MLS. So there's really no need for that, for you to utilize that within your members area. We just kind of give you that opportunity. You can also share this with your social media outlets. As you can see, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Simply click on the respective icon and the branded tour will be shared to that site. And of course, you got the virtual flyer here, and then the pro flyer section. This is where you're going to be able to create any of the customized flyers that I showed you a little while ago. Just simply click on that create flyer postcard and it'll go through the process. It kind of steps you right through it. And if you need assistance with anything, just reach out to our team. Right below there is our YouTube section. We are working on the ability to have agents' MP4 videos automatically syndicated to a personal YouTube channel. That's still in the testing stages, however, but it's something to look forward to moving forward. The CD DVD podcast, that's the MP4 listing video. You can simply download that from your linking page here and then upload it to your channel manually in this present state right now. However, once again, we are working on that syndication option for YouTube in general. The additional media resources, this is where you're going to enter any of your URL links. So like if you want to have your 3D floor plans or another virtual tour or link it to your realtor.com listing, just simply copy and paste the URL in that section you see on your screen, give it a title and a description, and then that'll all be displayed on the tour itself. Now on the right-hand side, you're going to see where it says icon. If you click in that section, it's going to give you the ability to choose an icon that best represents the content that you're adding there. So you can just kind of go through those and select which one you like the best. On the right-hand side are some checkboxes. This first checkbox is what allows it to be active on the virtual tour itself. The second checkbox, if you hover over top of the icon, it kind of does give you some description as to what it does. But the middle one, this is what allows that separate icon to display on the tour at the bottom. Remember I told you could take it on or off. This one right here is what allows that to happen. And then if you don't have any other need for that link at all to be on your tour, you can also delete it with that third checkbox. Just make the proper selections and then click submit at the bottom and it will save your changes. The linking page is also where you get your TurboText area or your TurboText code, as you can see right here. Again, every listing or every tour created gives you a unique code, text the code to that number, and it sends a response text almost immediately back to the consumers. We give you the ability to download a sign writer, as you can see, which are great for like the signs in front of the homes. And that white space you're seeing is designed to accommodate for 3-inch mailbox lettering. So if you go to your local hardware store, you can get some 3-inch lettering and then put the code in there accordingly if you desire to do that. So then the tour manager section, I'm going to move along the tour manager. Like I said, I know I'm moving kind of quick, and I'll get to some of your answers here very shortly to the questions that are coming up on my end. But nonetheless, this is the tour manager section. This is where we kind of host all of the information we pull from the MLS. As you can see, we pull in all the comments and remarks that you put in there. If you want to edit your branded tour description, you can certainly come in here and edit that area. And then also the flyer description. You'll want to note that the flyer description does have a 350 character maximum. So if you go over that in the MLS, chances are that the flyer description might be cut off a little bit. So you may want to keep just a mental note of that so you can come in here and edit it to make sure that it appears in a proper manner. As you see on the left-hand side here, like I mentioned, and when it's highlighted in red, that's the page we're on. So we're going to go over just real briefly the different pages of the tour manager area. You can select each one of them at the top of the screen here as well. So the next section I'm going to show you is our photos area. This is where we kind of host all the photos. Agents can come in here and give a brief name to what those photos are. If we don't already pull them in from the MLS feed, you can certainly come in here and name those accordingly so that they display like that on your tour. The look and feel section. This is where you can make all of your customized changes to the branding of your tour. You just click on the change look and feel button here at the top. It opens up a window where you can choose from several different selections we have of pre-designed themes, or you can choose to use your creative mind and go in and change the different elements of the tour as well. Next, I'm going to show you is the account section. As you notice below your profile picture, you got the account button there. This is where all of your personal information is hosted. As you can see, you have an email address, you have a spot to enter your website if you have one. Just simply copy and paste your website into that field. We found that to be the most effective way of making sure it's accurate format. And then if you want to have a specific phone number displayed on your tour, come in here and make sure that it is set to being your primary number. Otherwise, we will select the very top number that we get from the MLS, which may just be the office number. So if you're trying to push out your branding and want consumers to call a specific number, come in here, make sure it's primary, and then save your change at the bottom. The last area I'm going to show you, looks like I'm actually running a pretty good on time now. The last area I'm going to show you is the billing area. This is our digital store. This is where you're going to be able to basically purchase any of the products and subscriptions that we offer. You'll notice that it has the InstaView section on the left here where you can click on the Order Now button. Once again, the Maine agents receive the elite version of InstaView for $6 per month, or $60 per the year, and that includes all of your MLS listings to have this included with it. The aerial panorama is a side product because there is a manual process behind this. You can click in here to check availability, follow or fill out the form accordingly, and then one of our representatives will make sure that our pilot would be able to fly in that location. What I mean by that is that there are some locations around that do have strict FAA restrictions that do not allow our pilots to fly. And even in this pandemic that we're going through right now, our team has assured us that they are at full force and able to still accommodate for this. Then you have the Boost digital advertising campaigns. You can order one of the Boost on this section as well. And then we also have agent campaigns that are very similar to the listing campaigns, except for these are mainly used for agents that want to try to get their name out there to the public and try to receive some kind of, positive feedback from their potential consumers or clients, I should say, not consumers. In this billing section, you can also go to the current licenses to turn on and off the auto renewal if you have one subscription purchase. You can also get your purchase history. So for tax purposes, you go in here and you can kind of go through and download those receipts and print them out if you have any records for your financial records, I should say. And then billing information allows you to update your credit card if you need to for any purpose. Say, you have a compromised card or one got stolen and you need to change out your card. You go to the billing information section to do that. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for any kind of questions and answers. To give you some insight, you can always contact our team if you have any outside of this webinar. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner of each one of our pages on our website, you'll see that there is a live chat button. Simply click on that and you can contact our InstaView support team almost immediately. We're available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can also call 440-290-2200. Listen to the menu options and select the one that best suits your support needs. And then you can also email support@propertypanorama.com as well. So once again, I want to thank everybody for taking some time out of their day this morning, and I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. If you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to put them in to the Q&A section at this time. I'm going to stop the recording now and then answer your questions accordingly.